A few weeks ago, I ran my first half marathon. In this race, I was lucky enough to run 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 44 seconds. And so today, I want to teach you guys how you can break 90 minutes in your first half marathon.
'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fondland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Okay, so before I give any advice or talk about any of my training, I just want to give you guys one word that will give you all the success in the world. Consistency. Consistency. This is everything. 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 Okay, so first off, let's talk about how fast you need to run in order to run a half marathon in under 90 minutes. A half marathon is just over 13 miles, or more specifically, 13.1094 miles. We could do some simple math here and figure out that you need to run each mile in 6:51.84 seconds in order to run 129.59. Or this also equates to 415.91 per kilometer. Now, trying to hold 6:51 pace for 13.1 miles might sound super hard, and it is, but with the proper training, you can honestly do this with ease. Okay guys, so first off, there is no way that this is gonna happen overnight. If you're starting at minimal running, maybe 10-15 miles a week, it's gonna probably take, by my estimates, 9 to 12 months to get up to be able to run 90 minutes in the half. And of course, this is gonna take a lot of hard work and consistency. So I first started training really hard and running about a year and a half ago. Before, I was running pretty casually. I was on the high school team, but didn't put in like too much effort. And I was running probably 25 miles a week and no long runs longer than 10 miles. I capped at 10 miles. So in the last year and a half, I've seen an increase to 60 or 70 miles a week. And obviously, you don't need to do that much. That's what you need to do if you want to have a chance to break 80. But for me, I ran 60 or 70 a week with long runs at 15 or 16 miles. And with this change, I was able to go from running half marathons in about 100 minutes during my long runs to almost breaking 80 in the Barcelona half. So the real question is, what mileage is the best for breaking 90 minutes? And I'd recommend at least doing 40, maybe up to 50, and that is all you need. If you do 40 to 50, you should be in okay shape to break 90. I'm about to get into my specific training, but again, remember that this is gonna take time, commitment, and consistency. Back at the apartment, and let's go over my weekly training schedule leading up to the half marathon. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw a graph here. And on the x-axis, I'm gonna put the day of the week, Monday through Sunday. And on the y-axis, I'm gonna put how much. And how much is basically gonna be on a scale of 1 to 10. in both distance and intensity. Distance is going to be represented by my red marker, while intensity will be represented by my blue marker. So Monday is my medium long day, which usually means decent distance, but my intensity isn't that strong. Just a nice, easy run to get in some distance at the beginning of the week. Next up is Tuesday, which I usually consider my long distance workout day. This is when the distance is going to be higher, and the intensity is going to be lower in terms of a workout. This is usually when I do tempos or progression and just get that full value from an extended long workout. Wednesday I usually consider my easier Monday with a bit shorter mileage, about a 6 in terms of distance, and intensity even lower, usually around 7:30, 7:40 for the pace, which clocks in about 4:4 intensity. On Thursdays, I really enjoy running intervals, which means mile repeats, K repeats, fartlegs, which ultimately leads to less distance than Tuesday workouts, but a bit more intensity since I'm doing shorter, faster reps. On Fridays, I really like taking it easy. This is one of my shortest days and also one of the least intense days, usually just cruising at 750s, maybe capping at 7 miles for the day. And this is me running 60 to 70 miles a week. So Fridays are super easy before the big Saturday long run. And Saturdays for the half marathon, because it's a long run day, is the most important day of the week. Saturday is going to be a 10 for both distance and intensity, as I really like taking my long runs, of course far, but also very, very hard. Often I'm going to progress these as it gets further on into the run and be completely dead by the end of my Saturday. That brings us to Sunday, which after that immense effort on Saturday gives you a well-deserved rest. The distance is going to be super low, intensity super low. Honestly, this is just a shakeout to make your legs feel better, usually above 8-minute pace, and sometimes even taking it completely off if my legs do not feel like where they should be. So it is important to have easy days, but it's also important to have super intense days where you put everything out there, breaking down your muscles, and in turn being able to build stronger, healthier ones. The most important day of training for me for a half marathon is the long run, which is why I made it a little bit bolder right here. This is when you need to go hard for a long period of time. I treat this like a workout every single time I do a long run. And for a half marathon, 13 miles of running, this is going to be super important. My second most important day is Tuesday, which is when I usually do a longer workout like a tempo or progression. So this is what I do. You obviously don't have to follow this exactly, and you would be crazy if you followed it spot on. But this is what works for me to keep me healthy and to keep me fit, getting the workouts in every other day kind of, and then easy run space between. And of course, make sure no matter what to vary your days between hard and easy. Easy days allow you to recover, and honestly, if you're not feeling it, don't be afraid to take a day off, get a hard reset, and just recalibrate your mind to really focus in on running. So when it comes to workouts, the best ones that I can suggest while training for a half marathon are tempos and progressions. If you're aiming to break 90 minutes in the half marathon, I'd say your tempo pace should be anywhere from 6 flat to 6:20, depending on the distance of that tempo. As for progression runs, I think that the first mile should be at your half marathon pace, which would be 6:51, and then dropping down to tempo pace. The longer the progression, the smaller the time drops. For example, if you're doing a 3-mile progression, it'd be like 6:50, 6:30, 6:10. But if you're doing a 5-mile progression, it would be 6:50, 6:40, 6:30, 6:20, 6:10. The more often that you do these workouts at faster than half marathon pace, the more comfortable you're gonna be running at 6:51. If you can run a 6-mile tempo at that tempo pace of 6:20, running 30 seconds slower a mile is gonna feel so easy. Of course, you don't want to overdo it with workouts. I would suggest 2 a week, as I already said, but these are super important and should be the days that you are really focused on. So guys, ultimately, I don't think it's really too difficult to break 90 as long as you are passionate about running and really want it. You need to have consistency and a drive to reach your goal. In order to break 90, you really need to be focused on your training at all times, during meals, during work, while you're falling asleep. You gotta be thinking about running and what you can do to make yourself better. Just work hard, run far and often, and of course, do not forget to do the little things like getting enough sleep, doing your core, and of course, eating healthy. So that's gonna wrap it up for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this one so much. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope that my tips can help you break 90 in the half. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon with another video. Also guys, in order to break 90, you really just need to have fun with it. Never forget to just have fun in life. Don't worry what other people think. That's my advice for the video.